That's dude.
That's dude.
Welcome to Lazyboys night.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's a nice color.
It's a nice golden color.
Holy jeez, that looks like an actual like.
I'm intrigued because this is called the Tragically Hip Lake Fever Lager by Big Rock Brewery. So does that mean this is officially sponsored by the Canadian rock band The Tragically Hip, which is, let's face it, a national treasure? If our American friends don't know them, shame on you. If Canadians don't know them, go bury yourself right now because you have no right to live.
I want to say something too.
Go ahead.
No, I don't have anything to add.
So you agree?
I agree. That's all I wanted to say. But that's awesome. Look at that. That's like a.
That's a
so
beautiful
clear.
golden clear.
Jeez, man.
Well, lagers usually are.
I didn't know that. Did
I'm
you
not.
know that?
I wasn't saying that to be sarcastic or
Did you know that?
condescending.
I wasn't aware of that.
Because like sometimes we
I
have these
wasn't
nice
aware of that.
opaque breakfast beers. This is
not
nice.
aware of that.
Shut up.
I was not aware of that.
Were you aware
Please
of that?
continue educating me. Educating me.
I'm dude-splaining. Oh,
that sounds like a lot like.
He's unspeechless. I'm sorry, dude. I didn't mean to be condescending.
Shut up. See you soon.
Yeah.
It's just two guys talking. There they go again, saying anything. Talking about nothing. Nothing new to say. Talking anyway. So much to review. So let's have a cold brew. A cold brew. Everybody's talking. It's not anything. No one's listening. Talking about nothing. They're all yammering. I can't hear a thing. Nothing I can do. So let's have one more brew. One more brew.
Dummy.
I actually froze there with my tongue out like it's a snapshot. All right, let's try this.
That's what happens.
You know what? This is like I like Lake Fever Lager because to me it was like this is a beer I'd take camping.
That's a very nice lager.
It's a really nice lager. It goes down smooth, but it has flavor. It's not bland, but it feels like you could take a few of these before it fills you up. It's not a heavy beer. Yeah, I totally take this camping.
This to me is, you know what? Not for me. This would be a, well, no. Yes and no. Yes, camping.
Yes.
Yes, cottage type situation where, you know, the Lake Fever lager, but with a barbecue meal.
Oh.
Right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So this is what this goes, is that you have your cooler and you're taking out of the cooler.
And you got the grill.
And the grill and you're barbecuing, you're having a couple of these.
Oh yeah.
When you sit down at the table, you open up another one and it goes before, and it's a proper.
Oh yeah.
It's a proper barbecue meal.
Okay, you know what? But I'm seeing this like a camping barbecue meal. So
Yeah.
burgers on the grill and potato salad.
Oh.
Yeah? Yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
Nice.
All right. So what's going on tonight, dude?
I think on this fantastic, beautiful Thursday evening, we've both had a huge week yet again. Like all of you, right? So all of our friends here are joining us tonight, so they can relax just like we are, decompress. And
Holy build up, eh?
With that decompression comes a crappy bowl of mystery.
Crappy bowl of mystery. All right, bring it over.
And this time, I'm going to let you pick one.
Oh, I feel privileged. Thank you.
Oh, look at that. I'm sharing.
All right.
Sharing is caring.
Oh, you know what? This is, I don't know if you watched the latest episodes. This is very topical right now. If you haven't seen this, the question is, who do you think is going to win on Last One Laughing Canada.
Oh, LOL.
Okay,
I
now-
love that show.
So if you haven't seen that show yet, it's on
Yes.
Amazon Prime.
Yes.
Originally, the show, I think, was created in Japan, but there's been international versions.
Oh my god, it's huge.
Have you seen any of them?
Internationally, I've seen the Australian
Okay.
for season 1. I've actually, weirdly enough, there's the Spanish one and the German one.
Mexico, right?
I can't. Oh man,
I think it's Mexico, Germany. I think
yes,
Italy.
it is Mexico.
Okay.
Because the whole premise is like the opening sequence. Everything is around Mexican wrestlers and all that. That's their
The
setup.
Luchadores.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
So,
I watch all of these, even no translation underneath. I still watch it. It's still fun because you look at all the different comedians from different countries and what their sense of humor is. So I'm super happy we got that question.
So Last One Laughing Canada is currently still airing. We
Yeah.
don't know who wins yet. As of today, the first 4 episodes have aired on Amazon Prime. It's hosted by Jay Baruchel. And hang on, I can't remember
We
all
got
the
to name
comedians' names. There's like so many.
There's
Let me
iconic.
just
There's iconic
hang on,
comedians
let
in
me-
there. When they had the roll call and everybody was coming out, I was very impressed.
So
Go
it
for
stars Caroline Rhea, which you might remember from Sabrina the Teenage Witch. She was one of the aunts. Deborah Digiovanni, great stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
Jonathan Lajoie,
Yeah.
another great famous YouTuber comedian.
In the early days of YouTube.
In the early days of YouTube, yeah. Brandish,
awesome.
Ash Mohammed, Andrew Phung, Dave Foley, Kids in the Hall. Colin Mochrie, whose line is it anyways? One of the improv kings.
News Radio, Dave Foley too.
Yeah, News Radio,
we
of
can
course.
go through off on News Radio.
Yeah, sorry. Trevor Wilson from
Letterkenny. Yeah.
Mae Martin, stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
Tom Green, legendary Tom Green. And so basically, if you're not familiar with the premise, these 10 comedians are locked in a room for 6 hours trying to make each other laugh. If you laugh, actually you get a warning the first time. Second time, you are out. And the last one laughing gets $100,000 donated to the charity of their choice.
And depending on which country you're watching,
Yeah.
some of them actually do win the money, and for other countries, it's donations.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, in
So
Canada,
completely
it's a
different. For
charity
us,
thing.
It's a charity thing, but just the premise of it, of having all these amazing comedians and all different types of comics, right? Because you'll have stand-up comedians, you'll have actors that have done comedic roles, you'll have
Some are musical comedians.
slapstick, you'll have, improv. of
Improv,
course.
yeah.
Colin Mochrie, my God, legend. And you have all these different people that have all these this comedic background in different disciplines of comedy, mashing up in one room. You're not getting out of that one room, and it's just brilliant.
And hosted by Jay Baruchel.
Yeah,
So the
on top of
question
that.
was, who do you think is going to win? So first of all, we're not going to give spoilers. We're not going to talk
No,
about who's been
no
eliminated
spoilers.
after the first 4 episodes, but we are going to talk about who we think is going to win. What do you think, dude?
Win at this point, it's very hard to tell for me because the one person that's been doing very well, not surprising, is Tom Green.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
Tom Green, just because if you're aware of, or just look him up, there's tons of stuff on YouTube and elsewhere regarding Tom Green and his long career. Actually, one of the funny stories is when one of the odd times that we were roommates, one of the biggest things we did is watch the Tom Green show when it was still a local Ottawa show before he moved on to
Side note,
MTV.
he's moved back to Ottawa, and so technically he's a we'll call him a distant neighbor.
He's living close by.
But he's living close by.
But the fact that throughout his career, his style of comedy has always been the straight man, but being able to his comedic delivery and
He commits to the bit.
Jesus, he ever commit to the bit, and it's a lot of this repetition thing. And if you're not laughing now, I'll say it again. If you're not laughing now, I'll say it again. If you're not laughing now, I'll say it again.
To the point
And
where
so-
it wears you down.
And you get to a point where you're going, okay, this is actually getting funny now, and it's a lot of the Andy Kaufman type of comedy.
Oh, yeah, it's off the
Andy
wall
Kaufman
weird.
was always weird, and you're going, is this guy for real?
Now,
And to see this in this show is fantastic.
I'm going to mention a few favorites. When the show first started, I truly believed that the veterans one of the veterans would win. And the veterans to me were Tom Green, Dave Foley, and Colin Mochrie. No offense to the younger stand-up comedians, but stand-up comedians are used to be in an environment where they laugh, and it's okay to laugh at their own material. But the veterans also worked as actors and other things, and they're used to working in an environment where they have to stay straight. Tom stays straight when he does his bits. Colin Mochrie, if you've seen him on Whose Line Is It Anyways? And the man keeps a straight face no matter the craziness around him. And same with Dave Foley, with the kids in the hall and again news radio, he's learned to not laugh even though it's funny.
So who do you think? This is a build-up. It's starting to be insane.
That was my initial premise.
So what?
But I have to say, after watching so many episodes, one of the comedians that surprised me is Brendan Mohammed.
Oh, that's true. Yes.
Has a knack for, and you know what I think his secret is instead of laughing at the bit, he assimilates the bit, because you'll watch him, and when a bit happens, he just gets into it and plays along with it. So instead of laughing at it, he becomes part of the joke.
Yeah, he doesn't become a victim of the joke.
No,
he gets involved.
He gets involved with the joke, and I think that's a brilliant strategy. So
he actually assists in the joke assault.
Yeah. So kudos to him.
Yeah, it's a great technique.
It's a great technique.
Yeah.
Overall, I'm still gonna say though, I'm gonna root for Tom Green for a couple reasons. First, if you've ever watched any of Tom's footage, you don't see him laugh.
No, I can't even remember ever seeing him laugh.
He's so committed to the bit that he'll play it straight because it's funnier playing it straight.
Because even in the movies he's ever been in, he's always playing it straight.
He's always, because if you see a comedian laughing at their own stuff, it could be funny, but for the most part, it's like, meh.
He's straight-faced. He's in Charlie's Angels. He's straight-faced. Like, name it.
But watch, if you ever see clips of the original
movie,
he's straight-faced. Let's not talk about that movie, but still.
Watch it again today, you'll probably like it.
Maybe.
It's so out there.
It's so weird. But the original Tom Green show, and I'm not talking about when, what was it, MTV that picked it up?
Yep.
I'm talking about back when it was originally aired on Rogers Cable here in Ottawa.
Do we live in Ottawa?
We do. We've established that a long time ago, dude.
I think they're aware of it.
They're aware of it. If you watch the original stuff, the man is so committed to his bits. That sounds dirty, doesn't it?
But the man commits to his bits.
The man is so committed to the bits and doesn't crack a smile. So for that reason, I think he's super talented for it. Plus, also watching the show, some of the players there try harder to make others laugh than, like, some are just kind of like passively sitting there trying not to laugh, where some are working their butts off making people laugh. And Tom is one of those people who's working his butt off making people laugh. And the third reason, he's a local hero to us. I don't just mean local as I don't mean hero as in just I admire him. He literally, without giving too much away, we're in the same neighborhood. Yeah. So my pick is Tom Green for the win.
Okay, would you be able to, in that situation, to be in a room like that, do you think you'd be able to withstand the constant comedic assaults?
You mean listen to that without laughing? I don't know, man. Watching the show, I laughed out loud, but of course I'm not trying to hold it in.
You're not. That's the point. You want the audience to laugh, not the people in the show.
I honestly think, because watching some of the bits that happen there, I don't think I would win that show. I do not believe. I think there's one technique that
I have an idea. LOL, Canada, invite us on the show, because it'd be the first time that you don't have anybody famous.
But we're still funny, right?
So we could actually see how we would be up against actual full comedians, right? That'd be awesome.
So
I
would
like
do comedians versus lay people.
Yeah.
We're up for it. Sign us up, baby. Sign us up. All right.
Yeah, I'll do it. You'll do it.
I'll do it.
If you don't want to do it, I'll do it.
I'll do it.
I'll do it.
Name
your sex tape.
That'll be his bit for 6 hours. Everything people
Name your
say.
sex tape.
Name your sex tape. Name your sex tape. After a while, that would get annoying and funny.
Name your sex tape. Get annoying. Say your sex tape. Okay, shut up.
Ow! And her.
Say something else.
You hit a nerve.
They're waiting.
So
Okay, talk.
my pick is Tom Green for the win. What's your pick?
Shut up. Same. I have no choice. Just because I know his style
Runner-up.
of comedy.
So who's your runner-up? We both agree Tom Green for the win. Who's your runner-up?
I think Colin Mochrie is actually the runner-up, just because of his background in the amount, the sheer amount, like probably not hundreds, probably thousands of episodes of Whose Line Is It Anyways, and having you in those shows, I remember he could hold it. Because he was dealing with
deadpan when he's dealing with Ryan Stiles and Drew Carey
he was
and
hilarious,
Wayne Brady
and he was still
and all
hold it
these
and hold it and hold it. So for me, it's very close between those two. Tom, just because I know how he is, but Colin has the experience, so I have a feeling that either one of those two is going to make the other one laugh. I could see that happening.
You know what?
I feel like we're talking about sports right now. This is the call.
He's going
By
to
the
sink
way,
to the
we've
left.
never done
And
this
blah, blah.
before, right? This is awesome.
I totally see what you're saying with Colin, and I think that's a very, very wise choice. But just to be a little different, because originally I would have agreed with that, Colin or Dave, but Brendan Mohammed really surprised
he's
me.
becoming your favorite.
He's really surprised me as far as being the ability to not laugh, which is the point of the show. So I'm going to say runner-up will be either Colin or Brandon.
Huh. Okay. I don't have a problem with that. That sounds pretty cool.
But Tom for the win.
Yeah.
You
know what?
What?
Talking about Tom, once upon a time, Tom had different beverages available.
This is true. Tom was apparently a connoisseur or an enthusiast.
I'd go with enthusiast.
And Bo's Brewery had the Tom Green Milk Stout,
and
which was
summer
amazingly
edition
different.
also.
The cherry milk stout.
Yeah.
It was.
So,
and what was the other one? Top shelf.
Yeah, there was a few out there that we were drinking even back then.
Do you still have a bottle?
I think we actually have single.
Dude,
you know which bottle to get? The Tom Green one. No, the other one. No,
this
the other
this
one.
was called the Tom Green. It was a maple bacon moonshine, which is like the epitome of Canadian. Oh, there it is. Oh.
Okay, calm down. Shh.
You don't realize that. I know you do. You guys don't realize how precious this bottle is.
This is my precious. You want? I know. I see it in your eyes. There's a glimmer. There's a glimmer. Can you see the glimmer? I can see the glimmer. You can tell the story.
All right. So
you can even hold the bottle while you're telling the story.
So this was brewed by.
Explain what it is again, so they can actually see the bottle.
This is the Tom Green Canadian Moonshine, which is a maple bacon.
Not
moonshine.
Beer. This time we're talking about moonshine.
It's brewed by Top Shelf Distillery, which is located in Perth, about an hour west of Ottawa here. And sadly, they stopped making it. And here's the fun story. Both Dude and I are big fans of this. And was it last year?
No, it was the year before. I think it was
2 years ago.
Yeah, it was the first year of COVID, man. So it was back in 2020. Yeah. COVID was just.
I thought it was 2021 we went for the run.
No.
Yeah, I think it was.
It wasn't just last year.
Yes, it was last year, dude.
What?
So last year,
too much has gone on in
last
the
year
few
for
years.
Dude's birthday, I wanted to get him a bottle of this because he was a big fan, and I couldn't find it anywhere.
It was last year.
It was last year.
You think it was last year?
I know it was last year.
It was last year. Anyways.
Dude's a big fan, and I'm a big fan. I wanted to get him a bottle for his birthday, and we couldn't find it anywhere. So I start calling around, and I found out that the distillery stopped making these.
Yeah.
And there was only one here in Ontario. We have the LCBO.
We already talked about this.
We already talked about the
LCBO. What's the LCBO? I asked the same question last year.
It's the place where I buy my booze. So
it's the booze place.
It's the booze place.
They'll change their name to the booze place.
Well, we got the beer store. We'll have the booze store.
We'll have the booze place.
All right.
I love the booze place.
I called around, and the only
not the place. I mean the name.
Can I tell the story?
Yeah, tell the story. Just because the thing now that I love the booze place because of the booze, but just the name I find is funny. Just want to clarify that. Continue.
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 So there was only one LCBO left in the entire Eastern Ontario
So one
area.
booze place.
In Kemptville, which is about 45 minutes south of here.
That's very
That
specific.
had bottles left. And everybody else was completely sold out. So, and this is for his birthday. So we celebrate his birthday, and I tell him that day, I said, dude, I found out there's only one place left that still has some of these bottles. You want to do a road trip?
Yeah, he calls me with a road trip.
So he's like, hell yeah.
Yeah,
so
road
the next
trip.
morning we get up early, we drive down to Campville, go to the LCBO there, and they had like, what, 11 bottles left?
Oh, the light was like red.
So
on it.
we grabbed everyone and we split
No.
them in the car.
The one thing we did do.
We left one
We left
behind.
one. We figured out.
We didn't
that
want to be
even
hogs.
if we're taking the left, whatever's left, the entire country, we would leave that one.
In the entire
bottle.
province or Eastern, anyways, we don't know.
Shut up! It's the country.
The country, okay.
The entire country.
All of Canada.
All the country of Ontario, and then in that country of Ontario, we left a single bottle on the shelf
Just
for
in
that
case.
lucky winner to walk in and have that feeling of having literally
The jackpot.
the last bottle on the
Last
shelf.
one drinking.
We did that.
We did.
So
we
whoever
grabbed,
got it,
you're welcome.
you're welcome.
So we grabbed all the other bottles, and of course we get to the cash register, and they're all like looking at us like, what the heck? Boom, boom. Anyways, so, and this happens to be
Yeah.
our remaining
Yeah.
bottle.
This is now
It's still
the last one.
Yeah, I'm sure the other one's been drunk since.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
so this is it. This is the Tom Green Canadian Moonshine Maple Bacon.
And there's a part of
It's
us
as
that can't
delicious
open it
as it
up.
sounds.
We don't want to be. We don't want to finish
You
it.
know what? We should open it for a special occasion.
I know what that special occasion is.
What?
There's only one way that I think we should open that up. There's
How?
only one real celebration, one real
Pray tell how?
purpose. Tom,
No.
I think we should invite you over to our dude den so you can sample the very last bottle of your moonshine in the entire country of Ontario.
This is the open invitation
we're
to
sending you
Tom
an
Green to join us
Yeah.
here at Lazyboys
We
Night,
can open this up.
where we, instead of sampling beer, we will sample
Yeah.
the Maple Bacon Moonshine and partake in Lazyboys Night.
Right? How awesome of an offer is that?
Tom, we're waiting to hear back from you.
Yeah. So let us know. We're going to keep this bottle till you have it with us. So it can be any time. Whenever you feel comfortable and you want to have a little drink with some new friends, which is us.
We live nearby, so it's not much of a commute for you.
We're neighbors, man. So you want to stop by, let us know. We'll open it up.
And to the rest of you watching, if you want to see that first, like, share, subscribe, and please tag Tom Green and ask him to come join us on the show.
Can you do
We're
that
not going to
for
harass
us?
him, though. We respect Tom. No harassment. But
No,
please,
don't harass Tom. God
Treat
knows
Tom
he's been harassed
with
enough in
respect.
his life.
treat
Yeah.
Tom with respect. But cordially invite him to join us here at Lazyboys Night.
I like that. That's an awesome idea.
Thank you. That was your idea,
Ooh,
dude.
yeah.
All right.
Please be careful with
Oh, yeah, yeah. Drop, crash. No!
my precious.
Cheers.
Cheers. See you next time.